Not once in any text that mentions Judas does he refer to him as Lord. And so I can't speak into true depths and knowledge and wisdom and say he didn't understand who Jesus really was. But if it's based off what he's been speaking and the outcome of what happens, he didn't truly understand the role of Jesus as the Son of God. And so when he betrays him, he considers him a rabbi, a teacher. Nothing special, even though he has seen miraculous things. And so I say all of this because I want you to hear me. I'm not calling you guys Judases. I'm not doing that. But what I'm saying is if you got saved at a young age and you got baptized and you say, well, I'm a Christian, but you do not live a life surrendered to God, please hear me on this. If you are taking on the title as a follower of Christ, and you are convinced that your salvation is founded in a prayer that you spoke where you asked Jesus into your heart, but you did not change anything about your life, then you have a false, a fake salvation. And that sounds harsh. It does. And please hear me. Again, this isn't, nobody here, Facebook. Let me talk to Facebook for a moment. If you have spent your life thinking that you are automatically going to heaven. Sorry, I don't mean to make eye contact down here. If you are automatically going to heaven because you said a prayer when you were in youth camp, and yet you've continued to actively live in sin, making no change, encourage them because they're being convicted right now. They're making no change in their personal life, then you are basing your salvation, your eternity on something that has no foundation. You see, it says, Jesus saves if he is Lord. You cannot claim salvation because you like him, because you think he's a good guy, because you even believe him. There's other religions that believe that Jesus existed. It doesn't mean they have salvation. So belief is important, of course. It's the catalyst that drives us to be baptized. It's a public declaration. But somewhere along the line from that baptism to who we are today, we need to be on a different course than where we were in our flesh and humanity. And so if you're not actively seeing change, if you are still talking the same, drinking the same, drugging the same, sexing the same, whatever it is, if you are still living in active sin with no conviction at all, then do you really have salvation? And I know that gets really heavy. And everybody in here is like, wait, do I have salvation? Yes, most of you probably do. All of you probably do. But don't be so confident in your own works. Don't be so confident in what man has told you equals salvation. Because without surrender, see, surrender in battle means choosing defeat over death. When you are in a war, in a battle, you either have to choose to die or to surrender and accept defeat. In Jesus, when you surrender, you have victory over death. There's a difference. But both ways, it requires surrendering.